Hello, Mr. Horse again, at your service. This is a follow-up video. In other words, this is part 2 of the great song Yesterday. I did part 1 and I talk about the literal meaning, the shallow meaning, not the deep meaning. Now, so in this video, I would like to continue on Yesterday, part 2 of the great song Yesterday by the great Beatles. This song was created, written by Sir Paul McCartney. He got the song from a dream. A dream. And that's inspiration. I sometimes, wish I can also receive a great song in my dream, but it never happened to me. It'll be nice to have one, to be able to receive a great song. Then I don't have to work anymore, Anyway, so it's just beautiful, It doesn't matter. A great song, well, it's just like a great book, a great movie. It doesn't matter how many times you have played it, how many times you have watched it, or you have read it. Every time you play that song, as if it's the first time you play it. The experience, the intensity of the experience, never lessen, never reduce. That's what great. That's what excellent music or excellent art is. Anyway, I need to go back to the surface meaning. The literal meaning is looking at life from a person, an individual person's perspective. Look at his or her life individually. Now, the deeper meaning really is, this is really a historical commentary, or it's a commentary on the development or the evolution, or of human events, human society, which is history, right? The story of human society, that's history. So So in a person's life, you're gonna divide. You can divide, a person's life into three sections. Today, the present moment. Okay. I mean, this is right now. Here is today. Here is the present moment. Before today, before the present moment, is the history, the past, yesterday. So we have yesterday, which is the past. Today is right now. And then tomorrow, which is the future. So, I mean, really, really two parts. Because right now, it's just a line. I mean, it's just a point. It's not a ray. It's not a span. Okay, it's not a. It's a point in time. It's not a time span. The past is a time span. The future is a time span. So you have yesterday and tomorrow. So the yesterday, in the bigger sense, in the deeper sense, it really means the past of a society, of a nation, of an ethnic group, a race, or even an entire civilization. So that is yesterday, the past. And then we have the future, which is tomorrow. So this song really is it's a lamentation. It's a lamentation about, in plain words, it's about the good old days. The good old days. Yesterday is gone. Okay. You can use the old world versus new world. So the yesterday is the old world. That's right. Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. Now it looks as though they're here to stay. Oh, I believe in yesterday. So in the old world, you can use other words, to describe that word, the world, the old, the traditional world, the traditional society, the good society, the healthy society, the harmonious society. All those words goes with yesterday. So this song is a lamentation about the disappearance. Not the disappearance, of the past, the good old world. It's a criticism. So in other words, it's the criticism about the philosophy or the ideology of progressivism, the progressives. So you have the traditionalists, sometimes people they call them conservatives, versus the progressives. If you're not progressive, you're conservative. If you're not conservative, you're progressive. So things are just so much nicer. When I look at my own childhood here in Taipei in the 1970s, early 1970s, it was so much better. My childhood, the quality is so much higher. Kids were so much more, so much happier. That's another word you can use. American Pie. the same ideas, the good, the happier time, the happy music versus the sad music. It was happier. I mean, look at when I look at kids today, here in Taipei. I mean, their life is miserable. I mean, miserable, really. Now it looks as though they're here to stay. Oh, I believe. And yesterday, suddenly, I'm not half the man I used to be. There's a shadow hanging over me. Oh, yesterday came suddenly. So, it's longing, the song is expressing this longing to go back to the older, the traditional, the happier time, the harmonious time, the good, healthy, moral time in human development, both in the West and in the East. This is not just a Western phenomenon. It's also, this is the same in Taiwan, in China. And why she had to go, I don't know, she wouldn't say. I said something wrong, now I long for yesterday. Here's the key. Why did she have to go? She referred to the past, yesterday. That, the good old days. And now why did she have to go? I don't know. She didn't say. Well, I said something wrong. It's because I said something wrong. And what is this wrong thing? It's the idea. I mean, this is just the exaggerated idea, of progressivism. You have to make changes. You have to always make changes. It doesn't matter how good things are already. If something is good, well, in a right world, in a Platonic world, if something is not good, it's bad, you can change it to make it better. That's what progressivism, progress is, you take something that is not good, something is bad, you change it, you make it good. That's progress. What about if something is already good? Well, if something is good, you change it to make it bad, and then that's what people consider. That's what Westerners, consider progress. Progressive. You got to change. You have to change for the sake of changing. Change in itself is not it's not the substance, it's not the truth, the ultimate truth we are searching for. It's not the end. Change is the tool, is the means, okay, it's the form. The end, or the truth, we want to change something in order to make that better, to achieve goodness, to achieve harmony, to achieve morality, to achieve happiness. All those good things. Those are things we pursue. But the wrong idea, progressivism, is no matter what, you're going to change. You got to change. If you don't change things, you are conservative. You're old-fashioned if you don't change things. So we don't care about what the state of things are. We're going to change everything. We got to change. Otherwise, we are not good. Now that's the problem.